Okay, so I'm laying here watching Sister Circle like I do every day. And they were talking about the parody that the comedians that made off of Childish Gambino's "This Is America." Now, what I don't understand is how come us as a people, how come we just can't have something of our own? Like, I watched the video like over 100 million, three other people did, and I'm like, okay, despite my feelings or whatever, as far as him in his personal life or whatever, the song made sense. It was very relevant and it was very well thought out. But she turned around and not even 8 days later decide to put out a video, a parody talking about women's issues, which are not saying that they're not relevant issues, but damn, you can't be original in your own thoughts. I mean, come on now. Like, you mean to tell me that you had to wait for Childish Gambino, a black man, to put out a video addressing systemic racism, mass shootings, police brutality, and a plethora of other issues that are plaguing the black communities still in 2018. You couldn't wait. You couldn't be more creative. You could have thought of something else to do or whatever instead of sit up here and you. Can we have something? We can't have shit. Really? Seriously though? We can't have nothing. And then you want to sit up here and tweet talking about, I'm tired of racism. I'm tired of people talking about slavery. Well, bitch, it's not like we voluntarily got on that boat years ago and decided to bring our black asses over here from the motherland where we were living happy, carefree, and titty free, and bring our asses over here and just decide to pick cotton for free for years, be profiled, even back then, because we're going to call it what it is, being profiled, being beaten for running away to trying to gain a little bit of freedom going towards north, or sitting up here and watching our men being sodomized and beaten to death or whatever in front of us. Then on top of that, sit up here and the moment we get a little bit of freedom, we're still treated as less than a horse. So you mean that that's something that we signed up for? That's something that we're supposed to be okay with, and then the shit is still trickling down and it's still affecting black people still to this day in 2018 because a black child just went to his prom, took his sister, and gets slammed up against a Waffle House window by a police officer for absolutely no reason. I'm trying to figure out where she's okay spouting this shit or whatever, talking about she's tired of hearing about slavery and racism. Well, damn it, you know what? Until you walk in our shoes and until you actually sit up here and you take on the color that we have and you know what it feels like to be a black person in America and you actually are profiled just for walking down the damn street or sitting inside a Waffle House eating All Star or whatever, then you can't say shit. Period. Shut your privileged ass mouth up and just shut the fuck up. Just shut up. Just please, just shut up because the level of ignorance from saying I'm tired of hearing about slavery is just like we're tired of hearing y'all sit up here and defend Donald Trump's dumb ass. I'm sorry. The man is a toxic situation. I'm not even gonna go there. Raise my blood pressure. But I'm just saying. You don't want nobody talking about slavery no more? Then you know what? Leave. Because you were an immigrant too. If you're quiet as a skip. My ancestors were brought here unwillingly and against their will. Your ancestors and your forefathers brought their happy asses over here on their own. My people didn't come on here on their own. Simple as that.